So when we write, slowly about the topic, when we, use a keyword in our copy, right, what happens, that is coded somewhere in our mind as well. So if you are studying from the topper notes, right, you realize it is not going to help because there are no connected ideas. You should be having your own notes to help you quickly revise. Also, after every class, leave some blank pages. If you have to update something, or if you have to extract the keywords, you have to create micro notes out of it, you are able to do so. Something which will give you cue for the whole content. You just look at one page and then the whole chapter is there in your mind. One of the crucial steps for UPSC CSE preparation is the note making, right? And you must be figuring out, or you must be worried, what is the right form of making notes. For example, you must have studied about micro notes. Toppers do talk about micro notes. And sometimes students do ask me, sir, how to make micro notes in my first class, right? In the course itself, they want to create micro notes, which is actually a myth, right? So let's talk about this, how to make notes and what is this concept of micro notes. Let's understand that. So today's topic is notes making, right? And today we are going to talk about this ninja hack, right? And how to make notes. This will be, personalized notes. It will be very, very concise and very, very powerful. So let's understand this part. So now, first of all, we must understand what are notes and why are we making the notes. Notes are not meant for reading. Yes, let me repeat. Notes are not meant for reading, right? And these are not replicas of books. See, if I read from the notes, it will be done. No, you are not writing a book. These are notes, right? These are the frameworks which will help you remember, which will be like cue. For example, a lot of time in the examination, right? And if you have ever cheated in an examination in college or school or somewhere, right? People do ask, from the bench, a person sitting in front of him, that if you can tell me the first word, how the answer starts, that's it, right? If you can give me the cue, rest I know, right? So you must have heard that thing, right? And I'm not supporting cheating, but if you have ever seen that, right? So yeah, so it is more about something which will give you cue for the whole content. It is not like it is the whole book. If you read from the notes, you will get everything. Somebody who knows nothing, if you give the notes to him, he should not be able to understand what is that subject, right? And that type of notes basically you have to create, right? So it is a personalized summary, right? It's just a framework. It's more like a, mind map, right? Which helps you remember okay, all these things are there. That is basically a note, right? So it is a personalized summary. It is only used for revision and not for the reading. It is the main purpose of the note is to help you quickly revise the subject, not like you have to read the whole subject from the notes itself, right? And as I said, it helps you remember faster. So that is the whole intent of the notes. So first of all, we must be clear about the intent. Why are we making notes? Now, another thing is, why, what is note we have understood, and how this note helps us. Why should you make your own notes? Why it is important? See, again, I'm not saying everybody is supposed to make notes, but everybody has their own style of learning. Some students, what I find, they are comfortable studying from the books directly, which is fine, which is good enough. You don't want to make notes, you want to refer from the books directly. Yes, it is good enough. You can do it. But notes, so when we write slowly about the topic, when we use a keyword in our copy, right, what happens, that is coded somewhere in our mind as well. That is also, slowing down the whole grasping process, and in turn it gives better grasping. When we write something very, very slowly, we are able to grasp. It's a new concept, a new topic, so we are able to grasp. Our mind is able to retain. For example, when I slow down, you are able to, understand what I'm saying more easily. If I quickly go on, right, and you'll be like, okay, he said something, right? So that is what, when I slow down, now basically when you write slowly, right, and you are able to grasp better. Now it does not mean that you have to write the whole book so that you can grasp the whole book. That is not the idea. That is not the intent over here, right? So yeah, so everybody has different learning style. Writing helps a lot of people. Some people directly can retain from the book itself, but most of us in general, we can say that we need writing. We need to slow down the grasping process. So it helps in better understanding, it helps in better retention, right? And our topper notes are only for the reference, as I said, and we'll come to that how it is only for the reference. right? And as I said, ki writing, writing, when we write something, we basically register it into our mind. We are able to retain much more. We are able to retain it for a longer time. So writing improves memory as well. So it is recommended to write. It is very much. Also, this is a written paper, right? In the end, it is all about mains examination, which is a written paper. And if you are in practice of writing, it will basically help you. Why not? So you should, right? I welcome you to make notes, right? So you should be making notes. Now again, so now the point is ki how to make notes for standard or basic books. Suppose you are reading a Lakshmikant, right? Anna, so do I have to write whole Lakshmikant? Of course not. So what you are supposed to do, first of all, in the first reading, when you don't know anything, do not make notes, right? Anna, do not do it if you are reading from a book, right? Second reading, then when you read, you realize ki okay, I know the story, but this is the heading or this is the point which is important, right? And I'm not able to retain that part. So you can now make a framework. Now you can write what you are not remembering, which is basically the facts, which is basically the headings. If you have the heading, the paragraph, you know. If you have the framework, the things you know. So you don't have to write the whole sentences, whole statements, whole paragraph. Only the framework, only the structure. Ki ha, let's say we have fundamental rights. It has these, rights, right? You don't have to explain the rights. Even sometimes numbers are good enough, right? Not just write ki ha, it is about dignity and life and this particular number, good enough. It will help you retain whatever you want to, remember out of it. Third reading, again, you'll find a few things become obvious. You don't have to have in your notes. Now you can trim down that part as well. And now when you start trimming down, right? Now you start reaching the micro notes level. So gradually this trimming helps you reach that micro note level. Some people wants to have micro notes here itself when they even don't have basic understanding of the topic. It is not possible. There is no micro notes in the first reading or in the foundation part, in the first, you can say, stage. So as a beginner, you are not required to make, micro notes, right? And gradually you will build up and you will come to that stage where you know all the things, but you just know the framework to help you retain, to help you basically remember that particular cue, right? Remember those, your ideas. That's it. You only want that cue, and that has to come in your copy. That has to, become your micro notes. That is what you find in sometimes in the topper's notes, and you are like, how to create this, right? No idea. Also, notes are personalized, right? Topper notes help him revise whatever he had studied at that particular time, and he had noted a keyword. It will help him revise. He will help him recall that particular moment, what all things he has studied. So all the connected ideas, all the connected stories will come to his mind when, or her mind, when she sees, that particular keyword, not to you. So if you are studying from the topper notes, right, you realize it is not going to help because there are no connected ideas. There are no connected notions, or you can say class, or basically content which is associated with it. So mind it, topper's notes are only for the reference to help you think, okay, this is the way I have to think. But it has no, you can say, inherent knowledge inside it, or there is no associated knowledge with it. Right, yeah. So how to make notes we have studied. Now let's talk about how to make notes in a coaching class. Suppose you are attending a class and you are supposed to make notes. So there you can basically even write down the jokes as well. No issues, right? And whatever sir is teaching, because you want to make the whole. Suppose I'm teaching, let's say, modern India. We are studying, let's say, I'm talking about, let's say, famine policies, right? Or I'm talking about the Dutch, how they established their whole kingdom in India. Right, so now, or the whole, you can say, all the factories and all. So now you can note down whatever you want during the classes. Even you can note down my jokes as well. And if I'm dictating something, though I do not dictate, but if I'm dictating as well, right, you can write down that as well in a separate, you can say, style. Maybe you can use a different pen or something, so that you know what is discussion and what is something which has to be, you can say, referred to multiple times. Right, so that is how you can go for it. Also, after every class, leave some blank pages, or on the same page, leave a margin, so that once you are, above the foundation level, when you are intermediate or expert level, at that point of time, if you have to update something, or if you have to extract the keywords, you have to create micro notes out of it, you are able to do so. Right, in my classes basically I go for timelines. So in the very first stage I basically help you reach the micro notes wala stage. Right, है ना कि हाँ you have the whole timeline. Then with the discussion we write a lot of things, and in your copy a lot of discussion stories get associated with it. So that's how the timeline helps in retaining, helps in revising as well. Right, so these mind maps, these timelines, this is something which will eventually going to help you. Yeah. So now how to keep notes concise. So the thumb rule is, so basically use keywords, not the sentences. You just have to, as I said, it is all about associated knowledge. It is not about the elaborated knowledge. It is all about that keyword helps you remember something. So use keywords, right? And also try to make it very, very concise, right? Eventually your final notes should be very, very concise. Maybe in just one A4 sheet you have the whole topic. For every for example, if you are studying ancient India, for every chapter there can be one A4 page, or there can be one timeline or one mind map, maybe two, right? Not more than that. So try to concise, try to limit the whole flow, so that you can revise very quickly. You just look at one page and then the whole chapter is there in your mind. Something like that. All the facts and all the keywords and all can be written over it, and you can quickly revise from it. Right? Use tables and diagrams, of course, as I said, mind maps, tables, timelines. This is something which will help you. You can say structure the whole knowledge. Right? Otherwise, it will be in a very unstructured form in your mind. But on the copy, if it is structured, it will come to your mind in a very structured fashion, and that's how it is going to help you. And 1/10th rule, right? If for 10 pages of a book, right, finally it should be one page, or maybe for 20 pages it should be one page. As far as you can concise, as far as you can limit the number of words, this is going to help. Right, so that is how you have to make those micro notes or the concise notes. Right, limit it to 1/10, 1/20th, whatever is possible for you. So use bullet points for quick revisions, flow charts for the visual learners. If you think you can make flow charts, and again it is not necessary. Suppose you don't make flow charts, so don't do it. Right, and do not push yourself I have to make flow chart because somebody told me. No, whatever framework works for you, if mind maps work for you, if timelines work for you, right, whatever works for you, please choose that. It is not necessary that you have to push yourself for creating flowcharts or some Venn diagram or something. Whatever you don't do, it's okay. It is perfectly fine. In the end, it's a personalized note, and it is supposed to help you revise. That's the only intent. Right, the mind maps are interlinking concept, tables and maps are static information. Right, instead of writing paragraphs for the static or the factual part, make tables, make maps. Right, that's how it will help. Then generative notes process. So again, as I said how to do it. So start with basic notes, second layer will be shortened notes, and then final layer will be the micro notes, or maybe the next layer will be the micro notes. Right, so this is how you will basically create the notes. Do not go again do not go for I have to write the whole book. So the first stage, first of all, it is not about creating the whole book. Second, it is not about creating micro notes in the first stage. Right, that is not how you do this. Right, so yes, so let's conclude the whole topic. So we discussed first of all, you should be having your own notes to help you quickly revise. Keep them short and personalized as far as possible. Toppers notes are not the study material, they are only for references, and your notes will be your best revision tool, because it will give you the associated knowledge. It will help you go back to that associated knowledge. It will quickly help you revise the whole content. Right, so this is how you can go for the notes. Yeah, so that was all for notes, right? So please stay on track, be very, very consistent, keep studying, and best of luck. Bye bye, take care, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.